Nebraska and 18th ranked Creighton, who's looking for its first ever win against Nebraska. Match, Emily, that Olivia Malkin gets the start in the libero jersey. They did that for the first time on Saturday.
After starting with Laney,
but Kiara Reinhardt as well, the senior who's been in this program for so long.
Have to keep an eye on number 5 tonight.
And Nebraska. Creighton to serve first. It is the setter, Analea Mader, to get us underway from Omaha. And what a start for the Blue Jays, an ace to begin the night.
The number 1 key for Creighton coming in was serving tough. Because Nebraska's offense is so good and dynamic, Creighton has to make sure they're keeping that service pressure up, just like they did point 1.
Brian Rosen said we have to serve tough and keep Nebraska out of system. If we don't, they are the clear-cut number 1 team in the country. And you'll take service errors like that, Emily, because of what we just saw. The aggressiveness can lead to aces.
When you're keeping up the service pressure, sometimes those errors will pile up because you're testing the end lines.
Is Olivia Malkin, the libero jersey, for the 2nd time in a row. Mader goes up tempo from the middle. It's Kiara Reinhardt for Creighton point.
Any good pass within about 5 feet of the net, expect Creighton to go to Kiara Reinhardt. She is so dynamic in the middle and can hit all shots.
Her and Mader have had such a great connection from the building. First-year setter, and Analea Mader. Riley goes to Andy Jackson, and she pounds it into the floor.
There's another insane middle on the other side. Andy Jackson is phenomenal in the center. They move her along the net, so expect her to see in the middle like she is right here, but then also behind the setter on slides.
First team All-American a season ago. She ties the score up at 2 early in set 1. Tight to the net for Mader, and Jackson reached over the top. Point Creighton.
So if that ball is stiff, save it. Jackson getting a little bit too aggressive.
Let's look at Brian Rosen. First year as the head coach at Creighton. He won the 2024 ABCA National Assistant Coach of the Year. Takes over for Kirsten Bernthal Booth. Riley, here's Harper Murray. Her first swing is picked up. Jaya Johnson, great sliding play by Sigler in the back. Harper again, this time goes off speed. And pushed into the corner for a Nebraska point.
It's so important, especially early on in matches, for both teams to try to establish themselves as a dominating force up at the net. So any ball that is right on top of it, you want to be as aggressive as possible. Smart decision for Jackson to throw that to the back corner.
Trading points 3-3 with Harper Murray. Back to serve for the Cornhuskers. Bergen Riley tried to go over on 2, shoved it right into the net. Creighton reclaims the lead. Here comes Destiny Nadam Simpson to serve. A junior from right here in Omaha, clips the tape, got a little bit of help. Ava Martin from the back row. Great play. Martin goes outside of the freshman Abby Hayes. Back row swing, Murray off the hands, but a lunging play by Ava Martin. Hayes goes too strong, no touch. Point Nebraska.
Outlasting Nebraska in long rallies is going to be really important for Creighton tonight. Because Nebraska has the number 1 defense in the country, it's going to be important for them to stay in those rallies.
Danny Busboom Kelly also in year 1 after 8 seasons at Louisville, where she took them to the Final Four 3 times, twice national runner-up, but she comes back home where she was a national champion as a player and an assistant coach. Back set off the slide, cross court, and it's there. Eloise Brandoe, the transfer from Ohio State, puts Creighton back in front.
Another middle getting involved in the offense for Creighton. So important for Analea Mader, the setter, to make sure she's getting everyone involved in all her attackers. Even when you don't think that middle's getting set, Mader does a nice job of getting them the ball.
Murray back row, that is almost impossible to stop, Emily.
Harper Murray is so impressive as an all-around attacker, but especially when she's in the back court, she's hitting over double efficiency what she is in the front. So defending those backcourt attacks are so important for Creighton tonight if they want a shot at taking down number one.
Mater goes outside. This is Ava Martin. Back set in the middle. Mater gets a swing. Too strong, point Nebraska. And to go along with that point, Emily, that you were talking about, Harper Murray is hitting an insane 412 in the back row this season.
It's so impressive what Harper Murray is able to do, but again, doubled efficiency from what she's hitting in the front versus the back court. She has awesome court vision back there when she can see where the blockers are about 10 feet off the net.
See, I think it is touched, but also you got to go back to the call on the court too. I always think is super important because you have to be able to tell 100% that it was touched.
Based on the looks that we've seen, I don't think there's indisputable evidence.
Yeah, I'm with you. So call is overturned. Brian Rosen wins the challenge. Creighton point, and it's the Blue Jays on top again, 6-5 here in the first set.
Look, we can talk about long challenges being annoying all we want, but hey, they're just trying to get it right, and that's a perfect example of that.
Bergen Riley with the back set off the slide. Incredible dig. Ava Martin, roll shot, sliding play. Landfair tight to the net, pushes it off the block of Reinhardt. It's a point for Nebraska.
Really smart decision from Taylor Landfair, who's in her 6th season of playing college volleyball. Such a high volleyball IQ. In these kind of situations, she knows exactly what to do with the ball, just to push it right off the block and out of bounds.
6th-year senior, 4 years at Minnesota, the last 2 here with Nebraska, playing in her 130th match tonight. Mater goes middle, Reinhardt pounds it onto the line for a point, Creighton.
Beautiful transition play for Creighton. So smart after this ball comes back over on the Blue Jay side after the first touch. It's so important to run a fast offense here because it doesn't give the defense time to then set up. It's a really smart decision for Mater to go back to the middle.
Murray plants it in the corner.
Shots don't get much better than that as an outside attacker. Beautiful slice back to zone 1 and right back. Watch the way that Murray finishes her hand here. She's turning it back cross body toward the line.
The first lead for Nebraska tonight comes off the hand of Harper Murray, and then on the overpass, it's Andy Jackson who drills it through the floor.
Nebraska has to be as aggressive as possible up at the net on overpasses because in the front court, Mater loves to attack, and in the back row, Nebraska's still got to be up there.
Few in a row rattled off by Nebraska. Reinhardt turned away, but out of bounds off the hands of the Nebraska block.
Another big swing from Reinhardt in the middle. Even if it's not a perfect set, she does a really nice job adjusting that arm swing and figuring out a way to get a kill.
3 kills on 3 swings, Emily. Before the match started, you felt she was going to be crucial tonight.
Yeah, Creighton has really developed their middle attack as one of the strong suits for this team. You talk about how good Ava Martin is, a 2-time All-American. But man, Kiara Reinhardt and Eloise Brandoui are really the X factors here for Creighton. And if they can get going and be productive, it's a game changer.
Well, you kind of know what you're going to get from Ava Martin on a nightly basis, right? But then it's like, what else does the 2nd, 3rd, 4th attackers do? And Kiara Reinhardt's off to an incredible start tonight. Jaya Johnson can't split the back row defenders. Malk the bump set and a free ball back to Creighton. Jays with a chance in system going to the far side. Harper Murray off the touch. Murray near pin, stuffed back. Murray once more makes the adjustment with the left hand. Back row Martin. Riley to Jackson, upped by Mater. Hayes can't quite find the line. Point Nebraska on the longest rally of this first set.
This is why Nebraska has the best defense in the country. Nothing hits the floor on their side. Check out this up from Terea Sigler in the back row. That's a freshman back there. Then Olivia Mouth, the libero, stepping in to get this ball up. It is so difficult to put a ball down against them. As an attacker, it's so frustrating because you're taking big swing after big swing and nothing's falling.
They lead the nation in opponent hitting percentage at 100. Ryan Rosen says, let's take a look at this again. He's already won one challenge in this opening set. Virginia Adriano, the freshman from Italy, serves into the net. Creighton pulls within one.
Substitution for Nebraska, the match number 6,
Kiara Reinhart, who's been so great in the front row with 3 kills in this first set, is back to serve. That hits the net and crawls right over for the ace.
Beautiful serve from Kiara Reinhart, just clipping the top of the tape. That's why in practice, you continually try to go lower and lower to the tape. So if this happens, it's on your side.
The second ace is followed by the second service error for the Blue Jays. And how about this? Between these two teams, Emily, 4 players of the 30 on the AVCA watch list for National Player of the Year. We're seeing them tonight.
It's so impressive what both programs have been able to do, the star power on both sides, and just going to be so much fun to watch these stars come alive because they always do in big matches.
Well, there's one of them, Harper Murray, with a lunging dig in that back corner, and it ends in a Nebraska point. Taylor Landfair terminates.
Harper Murray in the backcourt, looking like a libero back there. Check out this one-arm save, diving to her left, gets a hand on this to keep it alive, and they're still able to transition that into a kill.
That's off the hands from Jaya Johnson, point Creighton. Hey, Harper Murray told us during serve and pass today, she said, I want to set at some point. Why not give her the libero jersey too, right?
That's what makes Harper Murray so much fun to watch, is she can literally do every single skill incredibly well.
Used to set on her club team all the time. She said when John Cook would show up at her practices, she would be setting sometimes. Back set, Jackson right down the line.
There's no one in the country who runs the slide attack better than Andy Jackson. She's going behind the setter. She's so good off of one foot because it really showcases that athleticism. Watch her chase down this ball. And the height that she hits at, she touches nearly 10-10, so she's up and over most blockers in front of her too.
Unreal athleticism. Abby Hayes too far on the cross-court shot from the freshman from Eldridge, Iowa. Nebraska's lead crawls up to 3 points. Andy Jackson serve right into the net.
Checking in for the Blue Jays, number 24, Sid Breisinger. And serving.
Sydney Breisinger checks in. She goes back to serve. Riley goes over on 2 and a perfectly placed ball right in the center of that Creighton defense. Set 1 has been a great start. It's Nebraska on
the sport of volleyball is within the state of Nebraska, really at all levels.
4 Nebraska natives on Nebraska, 6 on Creighton. It's a back row swing. Mater looks to Ava Mart on that far pin, picked up by Landfair. Harper Murray, back row, off speed, and it results in another kill.
2 swings from Harper Murray in the backcourt during just that one rally, showing off her versatility. Took a big swing on the first one, that time really smart with a triple block. That allows a lot of space in front of the 10-foot line to put the ball.
Her second back row kill of this first set. Creighton looking up tempo, that sails long from Brandewie. Point Nebraska. 5-point lead for the Cornhuskers. And here's the other side of it for Creighton. 6 Nebraska natives, including 3 of them from right here in Omaha.
When you look across the country, it feels like so many Division I top 20 programs have at least one player from Nebraska on their roster. That's how good this state is.
Laying fair, what a dig. It's Damrow, the libero for Creighton. Back set to the far pin, down the line. It was not touched. Point Creighton. Nebraska has scored 5 of the last 6 prior to that, but get a much-needed point. Sends Sage Damrow, the libero, back to serve. Off the slide, Rebecca Alec with a thunderous swing.
This is one area of Rebecca Alec's game that has skyrocketed in the last year. On the slide behind the setter, she's gotten a lot faster this past season. She's able to chase down that slide better, put more power on top of it.
2.7 kills percent this season. Had not eclipsed 2 kills percent in any of the previous 3 seasons. The defense had always been there, Emily, but that offense is clicking right now for her.
Not only is Rebecca Alec putting up a lot of production in terms of kills, but she's doing it really efficiently. She's hitting over 400 so far this season, which is crazy to think of for a player that's been known for defense for the last few years.
Creighton gives the serve back as Mader goes into the net. Nebraska's lead is 19-14. Late in set 1, trying to take a 1-0 lead on the road. Olivia Malk, one of those Nebraska natives, serving. Martin trying to adjust, got it pushed right back to her. Johnson, roll shot, falls down in front of a diving Malk for a Creighton point.
Really good vision from Jaya Johnson on this play, seeing that Olivia Malk, the libero for Nebraska, too far pulled back. That made a lot of space right behind the block for her to just easily place the ball.
They were not expecting Jaya Johnson to have the year she had last year. Big East all-freshman team, but she really emerged right before the season started on that right side. Bad pass that time, flies out of bounds. Nebraska scores.
And those are the plays that Creighton can't afford when you're playing the #1 team in the country. Because Nebraska doesn't give the Blue Jays a lot of points, Creighton needs to make sure they're not handing the Huskers a lot either.
Adriano serving. Mader back set. Johnson is denied. Andy Jackson and Harper Murray combined to stuff it away.
Beautiful finish from the pair up front. And blocking, you have to work so well together. And these 2 players have now been doing it for 3 straight seasons. That connection and chemistry is so important, and a really nice job getting those hands in a good spot. Good finish from Murray, diving back into the seam there.
Nebraska has taken its largest lead of this opening set, 21-15, trying to close it out at our best.
The #1 goal for Buzzboom Kelly coming into this program is to have her setters play as confident as possible. And what that plays out into is good distribution in a high efficiency. Right now, Nebraska is a top 10 team in the country in hit efficiency, and the big reason for that is because of Bergen Riley.
17,000 strong here inside the CHI Health Center. A lot of red, a lot of blue, mixture of everything. A short trip from Lincoln for the Nebraska faithful. Trying to watch their #1 team in the country take a 1-0 lead on the road. Out of the timeout, Creighton goes to Johnson, and it is off the hands of the block for a Creighton point.
Good precision from Jaya Johnson, just sneaking it right on the fingertip of the blocker in front of her.
And serving.
Nora Wirtz comes in to serve. She had 5 aces on Sunday against Northern Iowa. See if she can spark a run for the Jays late in the first set. Riley looks to Murray on the near pin, and she plants in the corner.
That's a huge side out for Nebraska. Laney Choboy putting up a perfect ball right on the top of the setter's hands. With the pace that this service hit at, that is so difficult for Choboy to get her platform around, and it was perfect.
That was one of those tough serves that Brian Rosen was talking about, but sometimes it just doesn't matter against this defense of Nebraska.
Especially with just how good the serve receive is for the Huskers. You can serve hard all you want, but man, they're good at getting it perfect.
Choboy again, a diving dig to keep the point alive. This is Hayes off speed. Nebraska in system. Back set to Jackson off the slide.
The Huskers do such a good job at creating opportunities for their front row to hit. A lot of times you don't see middle attackers getting involved in rallies because that dig isn't good enough to do so. Nebraska's precision on defense is awesome, getting Riley in a good spot to run the middle.
Back row, Ava Martin couldn't find the line, but it was off the hands, the block, tipped by Nebraska. They're all looking around saying no way, but for now it's a point Creighton.
Substitution for the Blue Jays. Back into the match, number 18, Nadam Simpson, and serving.
Danny Busboom Kelly was having a word with both Andy Jackson and Harper Murray. She decides to not challenge. Creighton pulls within 6. Landfair off speed, perfectly placed ball as she drops it over that front line and gives Nebraska set point.
Serving number 15, Andy Jackson. Set point, Nebraska.
Andy Jackson takes set 1 for the #1 team in the nation.
17.
Stunning first set from Nebraska, getting everyone involved offensively, defensively, picking up everything back there. Creighton's going to have to up their level of play if they want a shot at #1.
It was tied 8-8 at one point in set 1. Since then, it was all Nebraska, and #1 takes the lead on the road.
Really impressive the way that she's able to affect plays offensively. She makes you worry about her all the time in the middle.
Set 2 gets us underway, nearly an ace to start for Nebraska. The Huskers have a chance in system. Diving play there to keep it up. Ava Martin near pin, and Nebraska was into the net. Creighton starts set 2 with the point.
Nebraska putting up a triple block, meaning the outside is also helping out block the opposing outside. Harper Murray just getting a little bit caught up in the net there.
I feel like these points are crucial to begin set 2 for Brian Rosen's team, right? You lose set 1 at home, trying to stop that bleeding a little bit here to begin set 2.
The biggest thing when you're playing the #1 team in the country, you want to take it small points at a time. So be the first to 5, be the first to 10, 15, 20, and so on.
Harper Murray, far side pin with a laser down the line that's scooped up. Hayes, Bergen Riley with a diving play. Murray set back. Murray again is denied. Johnson and Reinhardt up front to give Creighton a 2-0 lead.
Beautiful setup from Jaya Johnson, wrapping that right hand back down, and an awesome finish to put it straight down, working real hard, not once but twice to do it.
Love the emotion, too, from Jaya Johnson with her team up early in set 2. Back-to-back blocks for the Blue Jays defense.
Creighton's defense is not allowing Nebraska's attackers to get comfortable. That was the biggest thing Creighton needed to elevate during this set after Nebraska hit over 300 during set 1.
We talked a lot about Nebraska's defense, and they should. They're the best in the country, but this Creighton defense coming into tonight holding opponents under 200. First point for Nebraska in this set. Virginia Adriano, the freshman from Italy, with the point.
Beautiful save from setter Bergen Riley, one-hander up just to bring that back to Adriano. Not the perfect set. A nice adjustment from Adriano to finish it.
Riley goes far side. Harper Murray drills it.
Because Andy Jackson has been so productive today, the middle blocker for Creighton has to stay in the middle just a little bit longer. That allows for a one-on-one block outside that Murray's able to just barrel through.
And an Race to follow immediately ties this up at 3 after Creighton got out to a 3-0 lead.
That serve just fell off a table right there. That's exactly what you want from a short serve. Looking like it's deeper than it is, then dropping at the last second.
Adriano dug out by Martin. Now it's Martin from the back row. Bergen Riley, a diving play to keep the point up. Harper Murray is rejected again.
Defending Harper Murray was the #1 key that Brian Rosen told us was what their defense needed to do. Because Murray is so productive for Nebraska, they look completely different here in set 2.
Adriano this time into the net. Creighton has tied it, or rather Creighton has gone up by 2, 5-3.
I'd love to see Bergen Riley give the ball to Andy Jackson on one of these swings, seemingly trying to go away from her after she already established that middle, but go back to what's working.
No swings in this second set for Andy Jackson after she had 5 kills on 8 opportunities in the first set. That serve goes long, point Nebraska.
Serving #9, Virginia Adriano.
Virginia Adriano to serve. Played in Italy's top professional league. Also won a gold medal with the U23 national team. Been spectacular to begin her Nebraska career. Up-tempo, Brandowie with the point for Creighton.
Analea Mater continuing to establish the middle as a threat on Creighton's side. It hasn't just been Kiara Reinhardt, but check out the tempo of this set. So fast when it's in Brandowie's hands. There's no time for the block to set up.
It's a staple of what Creighton has always been. They are so fast offensively. And Jackson slides under the net there on a point that was just chaos for Nebraska, not able to recover.
It looked like Andy Jackson actually tried to stop herself from going under, but kind of just slid her whole body under the net.
Destiny Dom Simpson to serve. She goes into the net, gives the point right back. Nebraska's within 2 here in the second set.
Substitution into the match, #12 for the Landfair. Serving is Harper Murray.
To Hayes on the near side. What a play by Harper Murray. Riley dumps on 2. Off the hands, it's a kill for Brandowie up front.
The kills have been hard to come by for Creighton because the backcourt for the Huskers has been so good. Harper Murray with yet another dig back there to scoop it up. What an up, getting underneath it in time. A good finish right there again from the middle, Brandowie.
5 kills and 5 digs already for Harper Murray. They couldn't win that point, but they will here on the service error.
And that's back-to-back service errors for Creighton. Those are the plays and the momentum that they need to be able to keep. The ones that go out of bounds, you're okay with. The bottom of the net back-to-back, not so much.
Had a couple early aces, so you'll live with some errors, but it's 2 aces to 7 service errors for Creighton tonight.
And also the ones in the net are just not the acceptable ones. Out of bounds, fine.
It's a good response from Ava Martin on the near pin.
And if Martin hasn't been as productive as we normally see, although she's leading Creighton in attack attempts, she's only hitting under 200. That was just her 3rd kill of the night, normally averaging around 4 kills a set.
Mater goes to the middle. It is rejected.
Just absolute chaos happening on Nebraska's side. Rebecca Alec trips over Harper Murray, somehow gets up and still makes the block there. Shows you how fast that Alec is moving on her side. Good help from Landfair.
Nearly an ace. Oh, what a swing out of nowhere.
So that sub not quite coming in time on Nebraska's side. Laney Choboy is forced to play front row for that. Really smart decision for Creighton right there. Attack the insanely short 5-3 blocker.
Destiny to Dom Simpson in the back row. where they recently moved her there about 3 or 4 matches ago. They said that's been the plan all along. They really like the production they get from her in the back row. Quick response, Taylor Landfair tools the block for Nebraska.
And this Nebraska team, Bergen Riley bringing them in for just a little bit more of a chat. Kind of look out of sorts. We've seen some misconnects and misplays that we don't normally see from Nebraska. The last point was a great example of the missed sub.
It's tight to the net. Overpass is drilled home by Rebecca Alec to pull Nebraska within 1.
That all started from the service line. Taylor Landfair has done such a good job this season, putting in more and more service pressure on opponents to force overpasses like that.
And Alec did the rest. Serve from Landfair to follow, though, goes into the net. Creighton's lead stretches back out to 2 points here in set 2.
Number 2, Abby Hayes. Serving is Ava Martin.
Ava Martin, the 3rd team All-American from a season ago, back-to-back years as an All-American for Creighton. Riley goes outside, Murray too strong.
Point Blue Jays.
Murray sending them one out of bounds, asking for a net call, but the down ref confirming that it was the hair that touched the net on the way out, which does not count as a net fault.
Martin took something off that time. And off the block and off the antenna of Hayes. Point Nebraska.
Love that sportsmanship from Adriano, making sure Hayes is okay on that. That ball coming right off the face. Okay, that's a good angle. She's okay, she's smiling.
Martin back row swing, upped by Mauk. Just a little bit strong on the back row swing from Sigler, the freshman from Scottsdale, Arizona. And you just said it a little bit ago, but after Adriano hits that off the face of Hayes, the sportsmanship.
Yeah, you love to see her checking on the other side just to make sure. She said, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. She's like, I did mean to hit that ball, though, so I don't know.
I meant to hit it that hard, just not at your face. Mauk with a great diving effort, but it's still an ace for Creighton. And the Blue Jays have pushed the lead up to 4 on the first ace tonight from Nora Wirtz after she had 5 on Sunday.
And this is a complete reverse of the script right now. Creighton is guns blazing and all cylinders right now, hitting over 300. Nebraska hit negative so far and can't defend.
That was not touched by Wirtz. Oh, it was. The line judge said no, but it was overruled by the UP official, and they're saying point Nebraska.
Creighton trying to get confirmation on who they thought touched it. Based on what we saw, it looked like it was Wirtz in the back court.
They're saying it was Brandewy.
Serving number 6, Lainey Turmoil.
Either way, point Nebraska. Jaya Johnson with a response. Creighton's lead is 4.
Both programs are really proud to have that record back.
A venue that holds 17,352. That's light work, they said. We're going to add another 300 in the building to set the record. Andy Jackson out of the timeout off the slide. You wanted to see Nebraska get her a little bit more involved in this second set after she was so good in the first set.
Yeah, Andy Jackson was hitting 500 with 5 kills during the first set. They needed to find a way to get her more productive here in set 2. That was just her second swing of the set.
Now to Creighton a little bit out of system. Riley goes to Landfair, tight to the net. It's a point for Creighton.
That set just a little bit off from Riley, pushing tempo, pushing the pace a little bit too much to Landfair.
And not that it's drastically different, but that is one difference for Nebraska this year. That offense, they're trying to make it a little bit more up-tempo than they've been in the past.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call Nebraska's offense really, really fast, but it's definitely faster than what we saw during the John Cook era. Danny Busman Kelly wanted to speed it up a little bit, make it a little bit more dynamic, and switching up hitter routes as well.
Off speed from Martin, that hits the floor for a point.
And all offense is just working out right now for Creighton. It's been across the board. One person hasn't necessarily taken over during set two. Mater's doing a really nice job getting everyone involved.
Matches all of last season, all of them were the top 5 teams in the country, but when they get into Big East play, it's not as difficult as a schedule as maybe you'll see in the Big Ten. So they felt that they needed to really challenge themselves in the non-conference and get ready for postseason. Taylor Landfair on the far pin, uses the hands of the block for a point.
High IQ play from Taylor Landfair, just swiping it right off the block and out of bounds, finishing her shoulders away from the play.
Macy Bosinger's serve goes too long. Creighton regathers the point and the lead of 18-13 late in set 2.
Just a lot of errors on Nebraska's side. We've seen a couple service errors already, 7 attack errors, just handing Creighton so many of their points this set.
Martin cross court, what a play by Choboy on the diving dig, but Landfair goes into the net on the swing. Creighton 6 points away from evening this at 1 set apiece.
Awesome up in the backcourt from Lanny Choboy. The offense just not quite able to turn it.
Danny Busboom counter Creighton.
We were told that they hand-painted all of those feathers around the court, too, which is pretty insane. Just what Terraflex has been able to do and really elevate the game in terms of a playing surface, but then also just visually. I mean, it's awesome to look at. It's great for TV. It's great when you're in here.
And fair. Landfair again. This time she terminates.
Much better swings from Taylor Landfair here. She missed one in the net a few points ago. Now doing a better job of swinging high, going for the blocker's hands, going for the deep corners of the court rather than trying to hit it straight down.
Former Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Illinois, now in her 6th year of college volleyball. Ava Martin with the response, plants it on the far line.
Beautiful angle from Ava Martin. She hits a cross-court thumb-down shot. Watch the finish of her hand here. She turns her thumb down and is able to slice it inside.
What does that do when you turn your thumb down on the swing?
Yeah, so it puts a different kind of spin on it, and you can hit a sharper angle inside the 10-foot line a lot of the time.
Worked to perfection that time for Ava Martin. That was touched by the Creighton block, so Landfair the point for Nebraska.
Another example of Landfair swinging high, going for high hands, that time flipping the block and going out of bounds.
Landfair gets there to keep it up. Murray the touch, and it has Creighton scrambling. Out of system, point for Nebraska.
Nebraska turning defense into offense. Awesome up in the backcourt from Taylor Landfair and Rebecca Alec. Beautiful out-of-system play to Harper Murray. That's all it takes. Defense doesn't score you points back there, but man, it gives you good opportunities.
When Nebraska's scoring points like that, good luck. Murray kept up for a moment, but it falls down. It's a point for Nebraska, and they are right back in it here in set 2. Volleyball, and they're about 60 miles from one another. 294 for Nebraska, 272 for Creighton since 2015. A lot of winning going on in Omaha and Lincoln. Back set, Adriano, diving play by Damrow. Joust at the net is poked over on the Nebraska side. Mater, back set. Cross court swing is right down on the line. Point for Creighton out of the timeout.
That was a massive point for Creighton to get coming out of the timeout, looking well gelled in an awesome set to Jaya Johnson to finish it. Really strong transition play, awesome up for Martin, and a good high finish.
Her and Ava Martin with 5 kills apiece to lead the way for Creighton. Harper Murray tools the block. You're starting to see Bergen Riley go her way more and more and more at the end of set 2. Kind of backs against the wall, you know where she's going to go with the ball.
Yeah, and you know Harper Murray's usually good for a point out there. She's that kind of player, when the game gets tight, she asks for the ball.
Out of the middle, Kiara Reinhardt.
Good answer for Creighton. Again, going to that middle attack, something that's been so effective for them all season long. This will bring in a really good server for Creighton that's putting a lot of pace behind the ball.
Her first kill of second set after she had 3 very quick early in set 1. Serve goes wide right from Nora Wirtz. Nebraska pulls within 3.
This is one of Nebraska's most lethal rotations because they have 2 DSs in the backcourt who are essentially like liberos. You have Andy Jackson in front who can run that slide attack.
One of those DSs is serving now, Lainey Choboy, the junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Point for Nebraska.
Smart decision for Harper Murray to go up and be as aggressive as possible on that overpass, knowing they've got a back row setter right now on Creighton's side.
Down as many as 6 in this set. Nebraska has cut it all the way to 2. Mater with a back set. Johnson into the block. Harper Murray with the rejection, and Nebraska's back within 1. Timeout, Creighton.
That is a set-changing block on Nebraska's side. Harper Murray makes a massive read. Her middle was nowhere to be found because Jackson got a little bit faked out from the middle on the Blue Jays side. And what a finish with her hands. Check out where she finishes, right back into the court. I mean, come on. Those plays, especially this late in the set, now Nebraska just down 1, 22-21. This changes the game and the momentum for Nebraska right now.
In front of this record-setting crowd of 17,675. Lainey Choboy serving out of the timeout, though, goes into the net, and a much-needed point for Creighton.
And those are the service errors that you just can't have coming out of a timeout into the bottom of the net. Easy break for Creighton there.
A lot of points have been given Creighton's way by Nebraska in this set. And they follow it up with an ace. Set point coming for Creighton.
Huge serve from Destinita Dom Simpson, putting in a bullet there.
Oh, she almost did it again to win the set. Harper Murray dumps it right over, but she was into the net. Point Creighton, and the Jays have tied it at 1 apiece.
Although Nebraska made a late push, Creighton looked in control of that entire set. The offense was clicking, defense did a much better job of slowing down Nebraska.
We are tied 1 apiece through 2, and that's
Nebraska had 92,000 for an outdoor match in 2023.
Set 3, Harper Murray on the first swing. Mater looks to Ava Martin on the far pin. Adriano upped by Mater for a moment, but it's a point for Nebraska.
Good defensive effort in the backcourt to get that ball up and get Riley in a position to get the right side attack going. This is a position that Nebraska's been switching around between Virginia Adriano and Ali Czech just to find some more offensive production.
Ava Martin, wide right. Did not get a touch. Nebraska's open with the first 2 here in set 3.
The blocking combination of Adriano and Andy Jackson is not one that I would want to go up against, just with the height that they have and their ability to push over the net.
Such a great defensive team, front row and back row. There's Andy Jackson right on cue on the overpass. Point for the Huskers, up 3-0.
Nebraska has done a really nice job not only forcing these overpasses, but then the front line taking care of those.
Great response so far for Nebraska after losing set 2. They're up 3-0 to begin the 3rd. And now Creighton scores for the first time. That's Ava Martin, the 2-time All-American, getting them on the board.
If Creighton's going to continue to have success, a player like Ava Martin really needs to come alive. She's hitting pretty efficient so far tonight. 6 kills. Look for them to get her going more.
Averages almost 4 kills per set, being held under that number so far. Turned right back as Kiara Reinhardt makes it back-to-back for Creighton.
Another player that needs to be more involved offensively after that good defensive stuff. Kiara Reinhardt has to be able to affect play both offensively and defensively. Doing a nice job in the defense tonight.
Adriano off the hands. Point Nebraska.
Nebraska really trying to push the right side of the court in this rotation because Creighton has their freshman outside Abby Hayes up front, an inexperienced blocker just in her first season. Smart matchup for Nebraska to go after.
Yeah, someone that Creighton's really excited about, Abby Hayes, but like you said, true freshman, first year of college volleyball. They've been attacking that side. Serve goes just a touch long. Won't quite find the line. Creighton wins the point.
That ball was really close to the line there.
Nebraska thought so too, and Danny Busboom Kelly might have him take a look at it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, seeing that live, it looked in. Based on that look, also looked
Based
in.
on that look, too.
Another look at that play. Tougher to...
Yeah, that one looks, that's a little tougher on that angle.
The first angle we saw definitely looked inbounds. Here's another look at it. Based on that freeze frame, looks like it's clipping the line.
After review, the initial call is confirmed.
Maybe a little bit of space.
They say call is confirmed. So Nebraska loses the challenge. It's a point for Creighton.
Serving for the Blue Jays, Damrow.
So Sage Damrow, the libero, transfer from Wisconsin, where she spent 2 years. The hometown kid from Wisconsin. She committed to the Badgers as an 8th grader. Spent 2 years there, now comes here to Creighton. Bergen Riley to Andy Jackson off the slide. That was touched by the Creighton defense.
Nebraska continuing to go after that inexperienced left side blocker for Creighton. In this rotation, the slide attack is what's going to be able to do that going behind the setter.
It's a 2-point lead for Nebraska. Harper Murray serving. Laying fair, picked up by Mader, the setter. Hayes goes off the hands. First kill tonight for the freshman, Abby Hayes.
It's a really smart kill from the freshman. Just swiping it right off the block, knowing that in an out-of-system situation, block is there, ready for it. Beautiful finish.
Been a quiet night to that point for Abby Hayes, who had a season-high 10 kills recently against Rice last week. Mader sets it over and finds the line. A little unconventional, but it works.
Sneaky play. Everything about this looks like she's about to set her middle. Just an easy ball right behind to put it down. Come on.
Perfect from Mader.
So smart.
Riley goes over on 2. Isn't it funny? Every time a setter makes a play on one side of the net, the other setter usually has to come back with a play of their own.
Yeah, it feels like it just reminds the opposing setter, oh wait, I also need to be more offensive, because pretty much every setter in the game right now is being told by their coach to be more offensive. It's a good little reminder.
Serve goes long as Ava Martin backs out of the way of it. Tied at 6.
Back for the Blue Jays, number 24, Reisinger. And serving.
This is Sydney Breisinger serving. Goes right into the net. Nebraska's back on top by a point.
Back into the match, number 9, Adriano. Serving is Riley.
Swings back over to the Creighton side. This time Mader sets back row, and Harper Murray lets it fly right by her. Point Nebraska.
Awesome defense on that setter dub. Coming into practice earlier today, a massive focus for Nebraska was making sure that Mader has absolutely no kills, so they were dumping left and right and making sure the defense picked it up.
Mader to Martin. She tools the block.
Good push-up tempo from Mader to the outside. This set really low, meaning it's a lot faster and it doesn't give the block enough time to set up. Middle not quite there in time, and Adriano getting used.
Give Ava Martin a one-on-one. She'll win that more times than not. Riley back sets off the slide. It's a point for Rebecca Alec.
This slide attack continuing to rip right down the line, but that only happens if Bergen Riley is pushing the ball all the way out to the antenna. Really good finish from Alec here, right down it.
Martin off speed. Great diving play by Riley. Murray set back, but it's out of bounds. Point Nebraska.
More good defense on the Huskers side. Bergen Riley not letting anything fall in the backcourt. Really good pickup of that tip in transition. I mean, check out that slide. Beautiful.
Wow. Tight to the net on the joust on the Nebraska side. Reinhardt, Mount got there, but Murray couldn't chase it down into the net. It's a point for the Jays.
All of these tips and off speeds that Creighton is throwing in have been so tactical and exactly placing it where the defense is. And it's really nice vision from all the attackers.
Mader the setter serving. Bergen Riley goes with a back set. Adriano hammers it.
Looks like Nebraska, everything they want to send is to the right side right now, really testing out both Abby Hayes and Ava Martin in this rotation for Creighton. Good send, especially when you have that size mismatch as Adriano standing at 6'5".
Her 5th kill tonight. Jackson with a windup, sent back. Riley goes back to Adriano. She spins it off the block for a point.
Adriano's doing a really nice job during this third set, finding ways to hit the floor. It hasn't been all power from her. Doing a nice job placing her attacks.
She's now 2 kills shy of her season high that she set last time out against Grand Canyon. Nobody's there. Mader couldn't chase back onto the court in time, and it falls down for a Nebraska point.
Mader getting just a little bit caught up with her teammate on that one, and Brian Rosen wants to talk about it.
Ryan Rosen needs a timeout. His team down 5 halfway through set 3.
Nebraska has done a much better job controlling their side offensively and from the service line.
No errors. They're hitting 600, and that'll add to it. Andy Jackson, look out.
Nebraska's serving has been awesome tonight. That's been one staple, forcing over passes, especially in this zone 1. They're really testing out Sage Damrow.
Largest lead of this set. Nebraska's now up 6, but Creighton cuts right back into that. Kiara Reinhardt from the middle.
It's a big side out for Creighton. If they want to come back in this set, it's going to take everyone. Some good passes, gritting in. An awesome finish from Reinhardt going back to zone 1.
17,675 and an indoor record tonight in Omaha. Adriano gets the point for Nebraska. She's able to spin it off the block.
And here's that rotation again with Abby Hayes, number 2 in blue for Creighton up front. A freshman outside, inexperienced. Look for Nebraska to send a lot of balls her way. That'll be Jackson on the slide here.
And now Adriano, after her 3rd kill of this set, rotates back to serve, the freshman from Italy. Made her tight to the net. Mouth the set. Murray, upped by Mater. And nobody was there. A lot of miscommunication after the setter Mater had the first touch. Nobody else went there for the Jays.
That's a play that Sage Damrow, the libero, has to take. She is in there for a reason. She's got to take those second balls, especially when the setter takes it. There's no one else that needs to make a play on that except the libero.
Overpass. Murray drills it. Set 3 is all Nebraska, and Creighton uses its 2nd timeout.
It is all Nebraska pressure right now. Everything that they are putting has been bullets, whether it's offensively from the service line. They are doing it all right now. Feeling pretty good, up 8 in set 3.
John Cook was on that list. Kirsten Bernthal Booth was on that list. So 3 of the top 5 winningest coaches since 2021 are either former or current Creighton or Nebraska head coaches. It's a point for Nebraska on the overpass. It is now an 8-1 run for the Cornhuskers.
Creighton's backcourt really has to settle in and serve receive. This pass doesn't have to be perfect. Mater needs to tell them 10 feet off is okay. Don't get me on the net.
First time tonight somebody's led by double digits.
What's difficult for Creighton is Virginia Adriano is just feeling herself back there. She's serving harder and harder as this run has gone on.
Five unanswered for Nebraska. They are on the verge of closing out set 3 and taking a 2-1 lead. Johnson, Creighton needed that point.
That all starts with a good pass about the net, finally getting under it, getting it off the net, not getting too far close to it so that Nebraska can make a play on it.
Bergen Riley the back set. That's Jackson on the slide. She sails it too long. A couple in a row by Creighton trying to put together a late run.
It's rare to see misconnects between Bergen Riley and Andy Jackson. Of course, they do come because they're both human, but it just doesn't happen that often.
Are you sure? Because I'm not.
Sometimes I'm not so sure when I'm watching them.
Harper Murray set back. Malk the bump set. It's Murray again. Riley goes over on 2. Mater the sliding dig. Jackson drills it. Nebraska's the first to 20.
And Creighton's just getting a little bit too tight, both in serve, receive, and defensively. These balls have to be kept on their own side.
23-0 this season is Nebraska when they are the first to reach 20. They've done so with a 9-point cushion here in set 3. Ava Martin from the back row.
Really good pass allowed that to happen. Damrow getting her platform behind it. More parallel to the ground. That sends the ball up just a little bit more, so it's able to stay on Creighton's side.
I feel like Creighton's got to get a little bit more from Ava Martin, right?
They definitely need more production from her. If they're going to come out with a win, she's below her kill per set average by a lot right now.
Bergen Riley on the second touch with the kill.
As this match has gone on, Bergen Riley has gotten a lot more offensive. Every ball that's been close to the net, she's done a nice job of taking over on 2, but also disguising it.
Danny Busboom-Kelly said before the season that she was really encouraging Bergen Riley to take some risks, that mistakes were okay. And when you play with that sort of freedom, I feel like it allows you to be at your best.
Yeah, especially for a setter, because you want to feel really confident in making some of those riskier sets. Maybe you're off the net forcing a middle or taking more dumps when you're up front. It's been really fun to watch Bergen Riley this season because it does look like she's playing more free and more confident.
Her 4th double-double this season, 24 assists, 11 digs, a couple kills tacked onto that as well, with Nebraska up 9. Brandaway is denied. It's Landfair up front.
Landfair is so good offensively, but she's really in here because defensively she's such a big force on the left side. Does a really nice job in these situations, getting her feet there so her hands are in good positions.
Brandaway again this time. Diving play by Riley. Hayes down the line. Point Creighton.
Big shot from the freshman outside. Number 2, Abby Hayes, smart shot. This ball pushed all the way out, just absolutely rips it right down the line.
Brian Rosen said before the season started that he saw a lot of Nora Sis in her, and that is quite the compliment when you're talking about the All-American Nora Sis who graduated a year ago for Creighton.
Yeah, 3-time All-American, one of the best players to ever come through the Creighton program.
Murray from the back, that's dug up. Murray, Mater scoops it up. Martin on the far pin, roll shot, diving play, Landfair. Murray again from the back row is into the net. Creighton scored a couple in a row. They've pulled within 8.
Nebraska not using Harper Murray as often as they normally have in the backcourt throughout this match. We'd love to see Riley get her more involved.
She stays with Landfair on the near pin. Cross-court shot will not find the line, and Creighton piecing together a little bit of a run here in the 3rd set.
This is all Creighton needs to do, just chip away at that lead. Maybe you don't win this set, but at least you gain momentum headed into the next one.
4 unanswered for Creighton. From down 10 to down just 6. And Danny Busboom-Kelly's seen enough. She wants to stop this run, takes a timeout. Teams in their first 10 matches, but hanging right with number 1. 4-0 run for Creighton before the Nebraska timeout, and Sydney Brysinger serving goes long out of the timeout.
And so the timeout pause along with a little bit of a serve receive change, pulling Harper Murray out and Landfair back. Just a different look. Sometimes as a server makes you think about just a little bit more. Sails that one out.
Nebraska needs just 2 more points to win set 3 and take a 2-1 lead here in Omaha. The ensuing serve goes long as we trade service errors back and forth.
Back for the Blue Jays, number 19, Nora Wirtz. And serving.
Nora Wirtz has an ace tonight, had 5 on Sunday against Northern Iowa. The slide is rejected.
Really good read from Ava Martin there, tracking down this slide after an awesome pass for Nebraska, but really nice move there, shutting it down.
Rebecca Alec has been so good on the slide tonight, but Martin gets the best of it that time. Adriano from the middle. Set point, Nebraska.
Absolute rip coming from Adriano on that ball. I mean, she's putting everything into this one.
Martin. Riley back set. Adriano, how fitting. She was dominant in set 3.
Nebraska got their offense back on track, hitting over 300, doing a better job defensively as well. Creighton, they've got to make some switches here and turn up the defense like they did during the second set if they want a shot at pushing this to 5.
Nebraska takes a 2-1 lead through 3 sets on the road, and number 1 is 1 set away from it.
Respectively, but then anytime these two teams play, it's an absolute party. We will see a change on Creighton's side as Sydney Breisinger is now in the libero jersey, so the first switch that we've seen this season for the Blue Jays.
Off we go in set 4. Ava Martin on the near pin, cross court, and she starts the scoring for the Blue Jays.
Right away, Breisinger attacked in that serve receive. Expect a lot more balls to go her way off the serve.
What do you think went into that switch?
Yeah, honestly, I thought that Damrow just got aced a little bit too many times on her side. As a libero, you have to take pride in your serve receive there. Just give her a break this set, and we'll see next.
Harper Murray, far side, upped by Martin in the back. Jaya Johnson scooped up by the setter, Bergen Riley. A joust, and Murray was in the net. Creighton has opened set 4 with the first 2 points.
Just getting a little bit too tight on that second ball. You want these out-of-system plays high and tight, but if Murray doesn't get her feet there, then that body's going straight into the net. This was the body of her there, not the hand coming on top.
Back set into the middle. That is Rebecca Alec to give Nebraska its first point of the set.
Alec's been a little quiet over the last 2 sets. This is a play that oftentimes Nebraska goes to, especially in serve receive, but definitely something they need to get going a little bit more.
Upped by Mauk. Murray is rejected. Reinhardt and Johnson combined for the block up front.
Creighton's #1 defensive key was shutting down Harper Murray, and they're doing a pretty good job of it right now. Murray, although she has 11 kills, she's only hitting about 100 on the match.
Creighton defense has kept her in check for a majority of the night. Not on that one. Look out. Wow.
Yeah, there's no one that's going to be able to dig that ball with the power that Harper Murray brings. I mean, check out the pop on this ball. Whoa.
Second-team All-American last year, a third-team All-American as a freshman, and having the best year of her career this year. And now she combines up front with Andy Jackson for a block.
2 players that have worked really well together over the past 2 seasons, have that chemistry and connection down. Really nice finish on the press.
To Martin, back row, and she zips it into the back for a kill.
Martin's been really effective coming out of the backcourt. That's a play that Annalea Mader, the setter for Creighton, needs to go to a little bit more often when she's back there.
Team high 10 kills, 7th time she's had double figures this season. Destiny Dom Simpson with the ace. A little bit of help from the team.
Beautiful serve from Nadam Simpson, just drizzling it right over the tape. That's why you got to serve close to it.
Harper Murray.
More power coming from Murray on a lot of these plays. Got blocked earlier on in this set. Aggression out on the ball.
She got blocked a few points ago, and since then has been ruthless to the ball. Makes that great dig in the back row. Laying fair off the hands. Mader The slide cross court, planted in the corner.
From that angle, you can really see how hard Eloise Brantley is working to get all the way off and move her feet to get that slide attack. So difficult as a middle because you're working throughout rallies, going pin to pin. You have so much movement and so many jumps. It's hard to stay in those plays, but Brantley has an awesome motor.
Former Ohio Gatorade Player of the Year, spent a couple of years at Ohio State. Bergen Riley on the second touch. She's been so much more offensive in the third and fourth sets than she was in the first two.
And it's been massive for Riley to establish herself as that offensive option because it holds the blocker just a little bit longer. So next time when the ball is tight and she sends it to somewhere, they're probably one-on-one.
A packed arena tonight of 17,675. This is Landfair, rejected. Right back to her. This time goes off speed, and it goes off the antenna for a Nebraska point.
Bergen Riley going with the repeat set to the outside. All options available on that coverage ball. Really trust Landfair to put that second one down.
A former Big Ten Player of the Year and first-team All-American. 3 times has been named to the first-team All-Big Ten. Ava Martin, point Creighton. It was tipped by the Nebraska block.
Really good vision from Ava Martin, seeing exactly where the blocker's hands are and just swinging right off of them. See the way that she finishes the swing on that. It's kind of coming off like a serve because that's the intention, is just going off of the hands and out of bounds.
She's had to take on a much bigger leadership role and also even more production than she had a season ago after Creighton lost 7 seniors. 2 of them were All-Americans. Landfair buries it in the corner.
Taylor Landfair starting to become the hot hand for Nebraska here early in this 4th set. Andy Jackson loving it on the sideline.
It feels like Nebraska's had one player, and it's been a different one every single set that they've won, or in this 4th set, that has just kind of taken off and really been the hot hand, like you said.
That's why it's been really difficult to defend Nebraska throughout the season, because it hasn't just been one player. It feels like every game someone else is leading in points, leading in kills.
It was Adriano in set 3. She's dug up in the back row. Martin crawls across the tape and falls down on the Nebraska side for a point.
Sneaky shot from Ava Martin, just slicing this right inside, taking a lot of speed off of it, but perfectly placing it inside the off blocker.
She couldn't have walked that ball over the other side of the net and placed it in a better spot. Riley looks back to Landfair. She continues to have the hot hand.
Most of Landfair's swings that are falling, too, are coming cross court. As a blocking unit, if an attacker is killing you one way, got to move that block in just a little bit and take away the power angle.
Hard to beat that experience. Her 130th match played of her career. She goes wide right on the serve to give Creighton the point and the lead back.
For the Blue Jays, number 2, Abby A. Serving is Martin.
Ava Martin, who already has 4 kills in this set, is back to serve. It's Murray. Diving play in the back row. Hayes tight to the net, push back on the Nebraska side, and it's a net violation on Creighton.
That ball just getting pushed up a little bit too tight. We've seen this a few times now from Creighton. Whether this ball is going over the net or just pushing the setter too tight, the backcourt needs to do a better job of keeping this ball off.
By Riley. Adriano chases down. Overpass is hammered down by Jaya Johnson.
Good hustle and save from Adriano to keep that ball alive. He's trying to make a good second contact out of it, but that doesn't have to be so perfect.
Adriano cross court.
Net violation.
It's also a net violation either way. Point Nebraska.
Adriana goes back to serve, and she had a long service run during that third set that Creighton just couldn't handle. It's going to be important for the Blue Jays to side out fast here.
Adriano's second ace gives Nebraska the lead.
That serve is so difficult to pass because everything about it tells you it's going out of bounds and then just drops right at the last second.
Nebraska's first lead of the fourth set, trying to close out the match on the road against Creighton. Johnson rips it down the line for the kill.
Big side out for Creighton, and Jaya Johnson taking a big rip at that one. Those are the kind of swings that Creighton's going to need if they want to get back in this set and back in the match. Need those aggressive plays. Tips, especially against Nebraska, are going to do it.
The slide for Jackson, upped by Brysinger. Overpass, joust to the net is won by Murray.
Creighton's doing everything they can to try to stop the Andy Jackson slide. It's so difficult when she's up there, not only because she's touching so high, but she has all angles on attack.
The one time you're able to up the ball, it still ends up at a point for Nebraska. Scooped up by Mauk. Murray back row, goes off speed. Ava Martin with the back row swing herself. It's wide left, point Nebraska. The lead has jumped up to 2. Brandewee, oh, what a play by Choboy. Lanfair's tipped back. One more swing for Lanfair. Off the hands of the block. Largest lead in the fourth set for Nebraska.
Amazing ups in the backcourt for Nebraska. Lainey Choboy doing what she does best, scrapping out for every play just to get it alive. A beautiful out-of-system ball from Mauk gets it done.
Defense turning into offense. 5-1 run for Nebraska.
And this defense is one of the best in the country for a reason. They have one of, if not the best, backcourt core in the country with Lainey Choboy along with Olivia Mauk.
What a luxury it is to have both of them. Hayes, too strong. All Nebraska here in set 4.
As it normally has this season. Murray hitting about over 400. She's only had 2 kills from the back row so far tonight.
Overpass, pokes back on the side of Creighton. Brysinger chases it down. The slide for Jackson. Brysinger's there again. Martin tucks it in the corner.
All of a sudden, Creighton's cracked that door right back open. This is where the stars come alive. Ava Martin is that for Creighton, the 2-time All-American. She's a leader for them, and in these kind of moments, expect her to get a lot of sets.
Her 5th kill of this set. Brian Rosen says, yeah, I like that. Jackson off the slide. This time she terminates.
Pretty much every other set that Andy Jackson gets is a put down. So if you keep the ball to her, if that pass is good enough, you can almost expect point after point to rack up. And now with her serving, Nebraska's going to have to find some production in the front court between Alec and Lanfair.
Comes off the hand wrong of Brysinger, has Creighton scrambling. Ava Martin still got a good swing on it. Martin goes off speed. It's another kill for her. Her 6th of the set.
Ava Martin getting it done in a lot of different ways. We've seen power from her, but also that crafty attack, throwing in beautiful tips and roll shots.
Creighton has cut into this Nebraska lead, trying to force a 5th and decisive set. Overpass, and this set is tied.
Nebraska's going to have to find a way to stall some momentum. Creighton's putting a lot of pressure on them, both up front and from the back line.
Wirtz goes into the net on the serve, though. Nebraska jumps back in front by a point.
Substitution into match number 9, Virginia. Adriano serving is Riley.
Bergen Riley, the 10-time Big Ten Center of the Week in her career, is back to serve with her team up 1. Reinhardt from the middle drops it down to tie it.
The frustrating thing for Nebraska is that the plays that are falling have all been tips and rolls. It's these theoretically easy ones that they're normally able to turn, but Creighton is perfectly placing every single one of them.
It's such a great read, too, by Kiara Reinhardt, the 6th-year senior. Landfair cross court, did not find the line. Creighton scores, and the Jays take the lead. So the call stands. Creighton wins the point. They take the lead after the second lead change of this set. And Nebraska is now out of challenges. Creighton does have one left. This is Mader, the center. Turned back, Malk able to play it. Landfair adjusts, but ticks back on the block. Landfair free ball. Creighton with a chance in system. Bump set, Malk. Landfair on the far pin. Cross court past Brysinger. Point Nebraska, tied at 18.
Big swing from Taylor Landfair in that kind of moment. That was a beautiful out-of-system set from the backcourt that led her to get that massive rip cross court. That's what you practice every day in the gym.
10th tie of this set, 18 apiece. First to 7, win by 2. And the first point goes to Creighton.
That'll send Ava Martin to the backcourt for Creighton. Look for Mader to get her going out of that back row as well, especially this late in the set, as Ava Martin's the go-to attacker for the Blue Jays.
She's serving with her team up a point. Riley back set, Adriano cross court.
Adriano has heated up as this match has gone on. We saw the numbers that she put up just one set ago with 7 kills. Doing such a nice job getting this ball back in these big moments. Bergen Riley's making sure to get everyone involved.
Reinhardt up-tempo, point Creighton.
Another off-speed that Creighton's putting down on Nebraska's side. Those are plays that the Huskers need to transition just a little bit better, especially here in the red zone from point 20 on.
Trying to force a 5th set. Sydney Brysinger serving. This has the Nebraska defense scrambling. It's just a free ball from Harper Murray. Johnson into the block. Big point for Nebraska.
Huge stuff for the Huskers. Really nice finish up front from Harper Murray, getting her hands in a really nice space alongside Andy Jackson.
20-20. Number 1 Nebraska looking to stay unbeaten at 9-0 this season. Creighton looking for its first ever win against Nebraska. Jaya Johnson pops it off the block. Harper Murray, far pin, turned away. Johnson had to adjust, can't push it off the block. It's a point for Nebraska.
What a high IQ play from Harper Murray. She pulled her hands down knowing that the attacker was trying to use them.
Nearly Adriano's 3rd ace of the night. Tight to the net, and Hayes can't quite play it. She hit the net on the underside. Nebraska's lead is 2, and they are 3 points away from taking the match. Creighton. They pushed it to 5 a season ago, could not pull off the reverse sweep. They've got a chance to push it to 5 tonight, but need to come from behind down 2. Hayes down the line, buries it in the corner. Big time swing for a freshman.
Really big answer for Creighton as well, right out of that timeout. Shows the trust that Annalea Mader has in her freshman outside.
Now Destiny Nadam-Simpson back to serve with Creighton down 1. Riley back set. Jackson off the slide. Too strong. Point Creighton, and we are tied for the 13th time this set. Timeout, Nebraska. It's the first to 3, win by 2 at this point. If Nebraska does it, they win the match. If Creighton does it, they force a 5th set against the #1 team in the nation. Nadam-Simpson serving. Riley looks to Murray. No touch, too strong. Creighton scored 3 in a row, and they've taken the lead.
That's back-to-back errors on Nebraska's side. Normally so clean in the red zone over the last few points.
Destiny Nadam-Simpson goes in the net. We are tied again at 23. Service error from Harper Murray, and Creighton has set point.
These service errors this late are exactly what you do not want on your side. You have to play clean the last 5 points of the set.
Second, Creighton University.
Landfair, that's upped by Damrow. Martin behind the 10-foot line is blocked back. We are going extra points in set 4.
Big play from the setter, Bergen Riley, lining up her hands perfectly. Those kind of plays are what you need in the big moments. Maybe it's not a player that's racking up block after block during matches, but in those moments, she needs to. Both setters front court on either side.
This is Campbell Flynn, the true freshman setter. Ava Martin off the hands. Roll shot is played by Mader. Martin near pin. Cross court, upped by Chobor. Landfair missed the line. Point Creighton. Another set point for the Jays.
Creighton's defense outlasting the Huskers on that play. That's the kind of defensive intensity that you have to have late in the set. Nebraska with good options. Rebecca Alec on the slide, but Harper Murray also in the backcourt.
Back row Murray. Martin on the pin, tools the block, and we are going 5 in Omaha. Here we go, set 5 between Nebraska and Creighton, and it starts with an ace for Nora Wirtz.
This set 5 could come down to service pressure. We've seen both sides lapse at times. When Creighton is putting in bullets, it is really difficult for Nebraska to get that ball up.
Creighton's 6th of the night, and that's what Brian Rosen told us was so crucial tonight. The service pressure. Make it back-to-back for Wirtz, her 3rd of the night.
That's as good a start as you can get if you're the Blue Jays. Service pressure is the #1 key coming in this. What this serve is doing so well is serving right into traffic. 4 different players on Nebraska's side over on the right side. It's difficult to tell who's going to take this ball because there's so many players in the zone.
Her 8th ace in the last 2 matches after she had 5 on Sunday against Northern Iowa. She goes into the net this time for Nebraska's first point. And margin for error, Emily, so much shorter in the 5th set, obviously going to 15 instead of 25. It means every point is that much more magnified.
Feels like every point is worth 2 points based on it.
Back row is blocked. Mader looks to Martin. She was incredible in the 4th set. Murray sets. Adriano cross court. She zips it through.
Virginia Adriano thumping that ball down. Harper Murray told us before this match she wanted to get a few assists in there. She loves the hands that she has, and what a good inside set, leading her 6-5 opposite.
She was vocal in calling off everybody, too, to be able to make that set. Great diving play. Adriano is rejected this time. Reinhardt and Martin to put Creighton back in front.
Love the heart that you're seeing from a player like Kiara Reinhardt. Gets a massive stuff and instantly turns to her teammates and falls to the floor. Really good stuff from the middle blocker.
Riley back set. She goes right back to Adriano. Jaya Johnson, the diving play, but it's out of bounds, and Nebraska's tied it back up at 3.
Nebraska sending a lot of balls to the right side here now that they have Andy Jackson in the front court alongside Bergen Riley. Watch for them to run slide attacks behind the setter, targeting a shorter blocker outside for Creighton.
Martin on the air pin, goes cut shot for the kill.
Beautiful shot from Ava Martin. During a 5th set, setters want to go to their go-to attacker. Ava Martin is consistently that and has been for Creighton all season long. Beautiful slice inside. What an angle.
Her 16th kill of the night, a match high. Jackson on the slide, turned back. This time it's Harper. And Harper Murray drops it down for the kill.
High IQ play from the junior outside. Murray sees a big block in front of her and just an easy shot right over it. That'll send Murray to the back row where she's also an offensive weapon back there.
Team leader in aces on the season. Martin rejected. It's kept up. Sent to the Nebraska side. You said it. An offensive weapon from the back row and right on cue, Harper Murray.
Beautiful vision from Harper Murray on this play. You can see it from that look as well down the end zone. You can see where the defense is set up and where she's perfectly placing these shots.
Out of system. Hayes does get a good swing on it. Jackson slide off speed upped by Reinhardt. And long from Breisinger.
Or in the front court, replacing their shots incredibly well.
Number 1 trying to stay unbeaten. Landfair on the overpass, can't quite drop it home. Bergen Riley goes to Andy Jackson and she snaps it through the defense.
Loves it. Beautiful swing from Andy Jackson. They brought this ball closer to the setter, so it's more difficult for those blockers to get in time.
Creighton needs a point desperately. And they'll get one here from Jaya Johnson.
Those are the plays that Creighton needs to make sure they're continuing to get after the high momentum plays on the Husker side, just stopping that momentum right away.
Breisinger's serve just goes long. Point Nebraska.
So far throughout this fifth set, it's been all Nebraska offense, hitting 400 right now.
Indoor record 17,675, and they have been treated tonight to a fifth set. Landfair dug up by Breisinger. Ava Martin from the back row. Point Nebraska. It's Rebecca Alec. And the Huskers have gone up by 4.
That's a risky set from Bergen Riley, but it paid off. 10 feet off the net, still gets her middle involved in the play.
Creighton uses its second and final timeout of this fifth set.
Will make 7 ranked matchups during their non-conference slate. They know they have to test themselves because once they get into Big East play, they normally kind of roll the table. They need to get big wins under their belt early on. A win here against the #1 team in Nebraska, who's undefeated, would turn a lot of heads right now.
9-5 in the fifth set. Nebraska leads on the road. Abby Hayes uses the hands.
Hayes hasn't been incredibly effective tonight for Creighton, but she's done a nice job when she's been asked of it in these kind of bigger moments. We've seen her take some big swings and they've paid off.
Cuts the deficit to 3 with Destiny Dom Simpson back to serve for the Jays. And her serve goes just long. Harper Murray with a wise move to duck out of the way.
A few service aces from Creighton during this set. It feels like so much more when you're only playing to 15.
It's the 15th service error tonight for Creighton. Nebraska trades one back to him.
Those are just gimme points for either side. Playing clean in the fifth set is so important, so you're making sure to not give your opponent too many points.
Sage Damrow to serve. She was in the libero jersey the first 3 sets. They changed it to Sydney Breisinger for the 4th and 5th. Oh, denied up front. Brandowie is there with the rejection for Creighton.
Massive read for a perfect position, identifying this high set to the middle, and she's all over it.
What a chase down from Mount to keep that ball alive. That is incredible effort. Ava Martin sent back. Back row, Nadam Simpson into the net.
Defense won Nebraska at this point, just doing whatever they could to keep this ball alive. Olivia Mount chasing this one down and keeping it up. That puts pressure on Creighton to try to make a play, and that results in the error in Nebraska's point.
That is unbelievable from Olivia Mount. Overpass on a great serve from Sigler. Harper Murray drills it down for the kill.
Nebraska feeling themselves right now, just 3 points away from closing this up. Expect them to continue to take big rip after big rip, just like this one right there from Harper Murray with power.
Her match-leading 17th kill has put Nebraska up 4. Martin off the net. Nebraska in system. They go up tempo, and it works out to perfection. Rebecca Alec.
Sometimes in these moments, you have to do whatever you can to just get the ball over. Not a perfect set, but Alec adjusted her arm swing to make sure she did something with it.
Martin on the far pin. Too strong. Nebraska's got match point.
Creighton is challenging the outcome.
Creighton will challenge to see if the ball was in or out. It was called out on the court. Yeah, more than anything here, Emily, this is an opportunity to gather your team without having a timeout. It serves as one more than anything.
Especially this late in a fifth set.
There's no question on that.
No question on that one. Just a time to stop momentum and talk to your team.
After review, the call is confirmed. Creighton loses the challenge.
Do what you got to do to get that extra moment with your team.
Set one, match point, Nebraska.
Match point for Nebraska. Terea Sigler, the freshman from Arizona, serving. Ava Martin. Nebraska's in the net. Creighton survives at least one match point.
This is the point where the Blue Jays just got to chip away at that lead. Take it 1 point at a time, and they've got one of their best servers back there with Wirtz.
She's got 3 aces tonight, 8 in the last 2 matches. Riley back set, out of the middle, it's Alec, and #1 survives in 5 sets.
Nebraska gets it done with their offense there in the 5th set. They looked unstoppable, hitting over 400. The defense